It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And we'll get to see Marc Gasol in this contest, a center who added the three-point shot to his game last season. All of a sudden, late in his career, he's become a three-point threat as a 7-footer. Man alive, Shaq.
Gasol saw how he could open up things when he added the three. Muchas gracias.
Man, and me without my SAP button. Kenny?
Well, Gasol, he's always had a great touch. But now he's just extending it from a mid-range into a long range. So I'm not surprised by this. Muy bien.
That's about does it for now. Let's get to Kevin Harlan. Adios.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. It's the home of the Pelicans. We are live from New Orleans. And, of course, Ben McLemore. They will definitely miss his contributions.
What the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their young players are ready to take on more responsibility, and they're going to be more minutes for guys that weren't seeing a whole lot of them before.
Let's quickly get a pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Smitty, will be seeing a pair of teams tonight who both prefer to slow the tempo and play in the half court.
Yeah, these are the team they want to execute, grind it out. Every possession counts. Not a lot of people like watching this type of basketball, but there's a lot of strategy. Memphis Grizzlies is one of those teams. They're going to grind it out and make sure you play at their tempo.
They minimize mistakes, and boy, you got to keep your focus, don't you?
Yes, you do.
So the Pelicans win the tip. Now a look at Memphis's starting group. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Conley out there with Garrett Temple, and it's Anderson in at the 3-side. Grizzlies on defense. Mirotich's shot is off. Here's Temple, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Temple's got the first basket of the game for Memphis.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Payton with the screen for Holiday. To the inside, it's tipped. To the wing right side, Mirotic has a wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
You're not going to be on all the time, and they were prepared for that and scraped and clawed their way to a victory.
Here's Payton, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Payton kicks to Mirotic. Davis with a screen on Anderson. Mirotic dishes to Davis. Over in the corner, Randall. It's rebounded by Gasol.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
Green with a screen on Payton. Shoots off the screen. And there's Green on the assist by Conley. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
An excellent target on the screen and roll. Green with a wide catch radius and great hands.
Back to Holiday. Anderson with the block.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Hawks.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, on the road, role players often have a harder time scoring. But on that night, it was just the opposite.
Here's Mirotic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Mirotic does a terrific job fighting off the defense on his way to the rim. He doesn't care who's in the way.
Gasol a screen. Temple the pass to Gasol. And again, Memphis no good. Pelicans trail by 4. Randall with a screen for Holiday. And it's Randall top of the key. Top of the key jumper, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got his second basket.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Davis. That shot misses.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
That free throw missing. And David Fisdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis.
He hits the second from the line. Pelicans trail by 7. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Conley kicks to Gasol. Baseline J on the way. Great D that time from Davis. Mirotic against Anderson. A 3 ball. And that one is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. All alone. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And at this point of the season, Steve, most players have a defined role in what they're expected to do from the coaching staff. Just how important is that to have for players in the NBA to have a roadmap to follow and stay between the lines?
It's extremely important. Reason why is you want to know what a guy's going to bring you night in and night out. And obviously, throughout the game and throughout the season and in playoffs, you have some injuries. Guys' roles change. But when everybody's on the same page and doing their job, and that's a big, I could say, quote in the NBA, do your job and the good things happen.
Yep. The first one falls.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
All 3 throws good from Drew Holiday.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
Now here's Anderson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Conley's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Holiday dishes to Randall. Great D that time from Green. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through. And that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Gasol, a screen on Payton. Conley kicks to Gasol. He got right to the cup using that screen. Gasol's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Right side, Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Randall no good.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Temple, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Grizzlies have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Free throw drops for Temple. And both free throws good for Temple. Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday, the pass to Randall. Payton outside. Davis with a screen on Conley. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Now here is Conley. He had 15 points last outing. The 3 connects from 3-point range.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Passes it to Randall. Outside, Davis. Mirotic dishes to Holiday. New Orleans moving it around. Goes up the baseline. Hits the front of the rim and out. Memphis leading by 6. Here's Temple. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento. Gasol kicks to Conley. Gasol a screen. Fires from deep. Conley's shot is off. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from 3-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Holiday gets the bucket. Memphis has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Getting good production from the reserves on a daily basis is a key ingredient to any team's success.
Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here is Chalmers. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Here's Johnson. And the rejection by Jinsa. Here's Liggins. Clark for three. A three-pointer is right on target. And it's now only a 1-point Grizzly lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Chalmers. Parsons outside. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to Harrison. Doesn't go that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Chalmers against Moore. Ajinça the pass to Clark. Here's Diallo. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Now here's Parsons. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Johnson kicks to Caspi. Rebounded by Ajinça.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
And so here's Memphis, following the score by New Orleans. Now Casper. Pass to Chalmers. Shot to stop the drought. They get it back. New Orleans in the lead. Over to the wing. Here's Liggins. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Moore passes to Diallo. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? The Grizzlies trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Cuts off the pass.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
And Moore kicks to Ajinça. He dishes it to Liggins. That shot missing. Parsons with some nice D. Memphis has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on, they're on. And when they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
The free throw drops for Chalmers. Pelicans shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Moore against Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Clark for 3. The dish to Liggins. There's the screen. Second chance shot. Johnson with the block. Takes a 3. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for New Orleans.
You know, I like the strategy here, focusing on the high percentage looks, taking the majority of their shots inside, but their field goal percentage in the paint thus far hasn't been good.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Clark. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here's more outside. Diallo the pass to Ajinça. Here's Liggins. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. And here's the fast break. Here's Harrison. Here's Parsons. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Back to Chalmers. Misses off the right iron.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Here's Chalmers following the score by New Orleans. Out to the right wing. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Caspi. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Johnson. And the shot is good. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
There's a screen. On its way from Clark for 2. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. New Orleans on top as they wrap up the first quarter with a 13-5 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
Memphis trailing here. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Chandler Parsons, Harrison out there with Fresh, then there's Caspi, and it's Johnson in at the 5. Home in the paint. Parsons' shot is off. Here's New Orleans. Clark kicks to Diallo. Back to Clark from downtown. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dishes it to Chalmers. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. 6 points for Fresh.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
Here's Clark. Feeds it to Liggins. Moore right side. 5 to shoot. There's the pick. Here's Clark. That misses off the backboard.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Bucket is good, and it's 8 points for Fresh.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Here's Liggins. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Lets it go from deep. And the Pelicans miss again.
Rough start to this game. Hits 1 bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. I guess I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Clark, the pass to Diallo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And pretty much every NBA player grew up playing multiple sports. Smitty, which other sports did you play as a kid growing up? And Did you think maybe that would have helped you playing basketball later on?
You know, Kevin, I tried football, and it definitely helped me in basketball because I said, no, this is not for me. So let me put all my emphasis in basketball. Taking those hits, I just wasn't built for that. And after that, I ran cross country because you had to do 2 sports in my high school to be able to play one. I didn't like that either, but I think cross country really helped me with basketball.
But I can see where a lot of other sports could help with footwork and hand-eye coordination and right on down the line.
Yeah, soccer I think is number one. I watched Tony Parker, the way his movement playing soccer. My son right now is playing soccer, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think that's the sport that coincides the best with basketball.
I would agree. Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Davis is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Mirotic comes in for DeAndre Liggins. Drew Holiday is checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Peyton in for Ejuan Moore. Here's Anderson. And another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Holiday. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Holiday's got 6.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Green with a screen on Holiday. And Temple kicks to Gasol. And stolen by Mirotic. Here's Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol. The Pelicans have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And the Pelicans making a change here. Randall's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Gasol a screen. Conley dishes to Green. Here's Temple, guarded by Holiday. Temple can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 4. Davis sets a screen. And Mirotic kicks to Holiday. Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Back to Mirotic. The 3. Anderson with the block. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Count that one. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't give him any daylight or he will do just that.
For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Gasol a screen. Here's Temple. He's got 5. 5 to shoot. And there's the feed to Green. Fires at the elbow. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Green. Gasol's got 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now here's Peyton. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 10.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Gasol a screen. And it's Conley penetrating. Tries again. No good from Gasol.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Anderson outside. He kicks it to Temple. Green, the screen. And stolen by Mirotic. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The wide open look here for Holiday. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And they're on the break. Here's Green. Kicks it to Temple. Gasol, a screen on Holiday. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Anderson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Green passes to Gasol. Here's Temple. And it's off from three-point range. Outside Holiday. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Jermichael Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played a few seasons in the D-League, Greg, but in his 3rd season, a full-time starter in the league with Memphis.
And the Grizzlies like his ability to space the floor from that power forward position. It shows you where the game is going. Face-up skills and mobility coveted at that 4 spot.
And sometimes it gets started with a hard foul from the other team or a whistle that you felt should have gone the other way. Anger can happen in the NBA. We see it. Emotions are high. It's a passionate game. Smitty, what was the angriest you ever got during a game? I know you competed because you were one of the best competitors I ever saw, but did it ever cross that line of becoming a little bit more gritty, a little bit more angrier?
It did, Kevin. I think one instance for sure. Game 7, Western Conference. Drove the basketball hard as I could and was fouled by Shaq. They didn't call it. Being flat and laid out and the guys going up and down, we eventually lost that game. That was one I still haven't got over it. And when I see Shaq today, I might not do it, but I want to knock him upside his head because he knew it was a foul, and I knew it was a foul, but it wasn't called.
He is one big man. He looks like he could play right now, as do you, which I think is great about ex-athletes and keeping in shape and staying that way. But Shaq certainly looks like he could play right now.
And I would be a 5 right now trying to guard him. That'll be interesting.
Little mismatch. 6 on the shot clock. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. New Orleans has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Payton outside. Here's Mirotic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Anderson with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Gasol, a screen on Payton. Conley dishes to Gasol. Looking to end the drought. Conley kicks to Gasol. Gasol with another miss.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
And here is Payton. 8 points his last outing. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Payton's got 4 this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Passes it to Temple. Back to Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Sinks the triple. Conley's got 6.
And Conley is so efficient off the screen, filling space and dropping the bucket easily.
Payton passes to Mirotic. Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A moment here to see the numbers for Anthony Davis. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. He's averaging 19 points per game, 16 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
All shots he's changed just by challenging them. Such a luxury to have someone like this as your last line of defense.
That's good from Holiday. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. Here is Conley. 6 points for him. Pass to Temple. No good there. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Gasol wide open. He fires off target from three-point range. Randall dishes to Mirotic. Now Payton. He has 6. Back to Mirotic. Payton outside. Shot left block, and it's Randall getting it to go. Randall's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Gasol, a screen on Mirotic. Outside Gasol. It's stolen by Randall. Over to the wing. Holiday attacking. Anderson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. So for the Pelicans, Andre Liggins, who's checked in for Holiday. And Ian Clark subbed in for Elfrid Payton. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Parsons checked in for Jermichael Green. Caspi comes in for Anderson. Andrew Harrison's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, I think Omri Caspi has been underappreciated and didn't play much for the Kings last season. Waived by the Pelicans after injuring that thumb, and hard to figure because he can give you quality minutes.
The first one falls. And Greg Caspi, an excellent rebounder and a pretty good three-point shooter.
Versatile. He can play either forward position, and his shooting and toughness makes him a great acquisition.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Diallo comes in for Julius Randle. And Moore subbed in for Mirotic. That one is no good. Count that bucket. Parsons got it all tied up now for Memphis.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
They set the pick. And Moore kicks to Ajinça. And the jam by Ajinça.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Chalmers passes to Parsons. The 9-foot shot. And the miss by Parsons.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Moore kicks to Clark. Down low, Diallo. Johnson with the block. They retain possession. Shot clock at 5 and too long on the shot. It's a close game here in New Orleans. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
New Orleans got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. They set the pick. Clark kicks to Moore. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Harrison passes to Parsons. Johnson the screen. And Chalmers kicks to Parsons. Clock at 6. Chalmers dishes to Parsons. Caspi for 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the left wing. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
The minute you back down, everyone can sense it. Then you're in trouble.
Parsons outside. There's the pass to Johnson. Over Ajinça. Johnson's shot is off. New Orleans in the lead. From 18 feet away. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 9.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Chalmers. He's got 10. Parsons on the wing. Another shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. That's good from Johnson. And both free throws good for Johnson. Here's Clark. That will count. And no good trying to get that one. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He had 12 points and 2 assists. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, he's one of those guys. When he's being aggressive, officials give him the benefit of the doubt.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Memphis trailing here. Alfred Payton is out there with Holiday. Then there's Mirotic. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Randall in at the 4 slot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Gasol no good.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Gasol against Davis. He sinks the 11-footer. Davis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Pelicans.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
Outside Holiday. Tries again. And it's Davis missing.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Anderson, the bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And so it's New Orleans with it. Now here is Holiday. He's got 12. Pass to Davis. He dishes it to Randall. Back to Davis. Another shot. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. They get Marc Gasol.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
For New Orleans, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Green, the screen. Gasol kicks to Anderson. There's the dish to Conley. No good on the three. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
The finish, and Randall throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena.
They double team Conley. Here's Temple, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 6th assist on the night.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Mirotic, the pass to Davis. Back to Mirotic, over Anderson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
Back to Mirotic. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the muscle Mirotic? He wheels the shot in despite the physical D.
And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league. And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
This all no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And he makes that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And for Mirotic, a lot of his lack, Greg, of progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen.
Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Gasol.
The great hands and footwork of Marc Gasol paying dividends inside.
Holiday dishes to Davis. No good. Great D that time from Green. Here's Temple, guarded by Holiday. And Temple kicks to Green. Back to Temple. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Conley. Goes back up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
Great fundamentals on the boards. Can't see enough of this. Too many guys just tried to crash in at the last moment.
Davis sets a screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. First one falls for him. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Temple. 8 points for him. Green, the screen. Over in the corner, Conley. Another miss by Conley.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. What an asset to a team when you've got big men who can knock down free throws. Look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. 5th best, Marc Gasol.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It may earn them a little extra space because you don't want to get physical with these guys. They can make you pay at the line.
He misses the free throw. Some changes for Memphis. Caspi comes in for Kyle Anderson, and it's Harrison in for Garrett Temple. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Davis setting the pick for Payton. The kick out to Holiday. A second chance effort. Great D that time from Green.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Off the pick, and it's Davis with the jam. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 14 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. This is to Green. Back to Conley. 3 for Caspi, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game. For New Orleans, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Davis sets a screen. Holiday, the pass to Payton. The offensive rebound. Davis dishes to Randall. Got it. Good job in the low post. Randall's got 10 points.
It was clear that the defender wanted no part of that play after he exploded towards the bucket.
Conley with it. He's got 9. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Harrison with the putback. And Green is right there. He's got 6.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Michael Green was undrafted out of Alabama, an all-star in the D-League, played abroad, now in his 4th season in the NBA.
You know, Kevin, he has been one of the best value contracts in the league, making the minimum salary even as a starter on a playoff team. You know he's been looking forward to his next deal.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Grizzlies, Johnson, he's checked in for Gasol. Chandler Parsons comes in for JaMychal Green, and Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. And Moore kicks to Diallo. Count the basket. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Parsons outside. Here's Harrison. Memphis moving that ball around. That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They set the pick. Ajinça the pass to Diallo. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Diallo's got 4 this quarter.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Johnson the screen. Parsons for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Parsons got the game tied up here for Memphis.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Got a hand on it.
And Parsons with the heads-up play on defense.
And the basket by Liggins.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Knocked away. Near the 3-point line, it's Moore. Grizzlies with the rebound. Parsons got his 7th rebound here tonight. 3 for Caspi. Memphis the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Moore against Chalmers. And Moore kicks to Ajinça. Diallo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Diallo's got 11 points. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And here is Chalmers. 10 points for him. Nobody near Parsons. Off target with his 3. Moore against Chalmers. Here's Clark. He's got 9. Here's Liggins. And another 3 for New Orleans.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Now Chalmers. Left side Parsons. For Ajinça. And the rejection by Ajinça. Now here's Moore. He's covered closely. Pulls up on the wing, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
What I'm trying to figure out, why was their defense so much more suffocating in the first half? This does not look like the same team at all.
Chalmers dishes to Parsons. And another miss by Memphis.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Diallo, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's a 10-point New Orleans lead. And for Memphis, they're shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Chalmers passes to Johnson, and Caspi has it in the corner. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Pelicans leading by 10. Ajinça kicks to Moore. Here's the screen. Diallo the pass to Liggins. The rebound by Johnson. And for Memphis, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Chalmers dishes to Casper. Parsons outside. Gets a very good look and converts. Parsons got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's how Parsons makes his living. Great shooter off the catch.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Moore. Feeds it to Clark. Over Harrison. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. The third quarter comes to a close. New Orleans on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back right after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey, play our basketball. We've been doing a great job. Let's keep it up, okay? Let's go now.
Alvin Gentry has found an identity that's working, and that makes everything a lot easier on both ends.
And collectively, you really need to remember what that feels like so you can recapture it if and when things start to get a little shaky. You want to be able to trust in who you are.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth.
Woo! Love it, love it. And a pretty good defender. Credit Parsons with the disruption there to get them running.
And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. To the paint. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Chalmers with it. Parsons outside. Anderson the screen. Parsons with it. Looking out at Ajinça. And Chandler Parsons again. Parsons got 9 points here in the second half. Pelicans leading by 4. Moore outside. There's the pick. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And Chalmers kicks to Parsons. Johnson the screen. Parsons attacking. Second shot opportunity. Johnson, the pass to Temple. Back to Johnson. They shoot again. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Grizzlies, Marc Gasol's checked in for Johnson. JaMychal Green comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Mike Conley subbed in for Fresh. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
And Anderson kicks to Conley. Right side Gasol. Shot clock at 6. And it's in there. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
Even with good defense, Gasol is a wrecking ball. He shows no remorse for the rim on these jams.
And Mirotic kicks to Holiday. Stolen by Michael Conley. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. From past the arc. But they'll get another chance. And Davis can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Conley kicks to Anderson. To tie it up. Out to Conley to take the lead. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 12 points for Conley.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Picked by Randall. Davis in the corner. Up and in on the layup.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Temple dishes to Gasol. Conley sets a screen for Gasol. Back to Temple. Gasol, a screen on Holiday. Temple, the pass to Gasol. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Green kicks to Temple. Over Holiday. Offensive rebound.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
Here's Temple. From outside, off the mark.
And you can see why the D is willing to just back off and really take their chances with his jump shot.
Over in the corner, Randall. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Got a piece of it. And Holiday kicks to Davis. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Conley. Anderson wide open. Here's Green. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
Picked by Randall. Payton kicks to Mirotic. The feed to Randall. Over Green. Here's Mirotic. Passes it to Davis. The second chance effort. And right on target with the swish. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
And Anderson has it in the corner. He kicks to Green. Conley with the screen on Randall. Green dishes to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. To take the lead. And that's good. Michael Conley for 3.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And it's time for an injury report. We've got a chance to check up on Chandler Parsons' status. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Memphis moving that ball around. No good from Gasol.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And the basket by Payton. Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Green with a screen on Randall. Kicks to Green. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Gasol a screen. Off the screen. And that one comes up a bit short. New Orleans gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Payton passes to Davis. It's taken away by Payton. Davis with it. Gasol covering. And Davis can't get it to go. And for Memphis, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Conley against Payton. Gasol, a screen on Payton. Conley kicks to Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 16 points for Marc Gasol.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Payton up top. Covered by Conley. Here's Holiday. That shot no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Payton against Conley. Knocked loose. It's taken away by Payton. Drops in the breakaway layup. Payton's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. Payton's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Conley against Payton. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. To the inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And for Marc Gasol, like a lot of 7-footers guys, part of the concern is staying healthy. He had a knee injury in 2013, a fractured foot in 2016. Big guys have to cover ground in today's game. It takes a toll.
And the first one drops. And those injuries motivated Marc Gasol to slim down and improve his conditioning.
Yes, he used to weigh over 300 pounds. Now he's 7'1" and 255. That's a big difference, and it makes a huge difference as far as the load on those legs.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Harrison's checked in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Holiday. Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Gasol, a screen on Holiday. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
You know, plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's Memphis on the break. Here's Conley. Softly drops in the floater. Now it's a 5-point Memphis lead.
With the game's momentum up for grabs, Conley values being the guy to take the crucial shot. Just a remarkable score in these situations.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside Gasol. Anderson right side. 6 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Pelicans trail by 4. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Second shot opportunity. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there. Crashing the offensive glass. Getting that second chance bucket.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
He thrives in these big moments. He's always ready to help put the game away.
Gasol, a screen on Holiday. Harrison kicks to Conley. Anderson dishes to Gasol. And a missed layup.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Here's Harrison. Anderson the screen. On the wing, Green. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Holiday, the pass to Mirotic. Right side Holiday. And Mirotic kicks to Randall. Picked by Randall. Davis. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Gasol. It's good.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Peyton dishes to Randall. There's the pick. Holiday, the pass to Davis. Picked by Randall. Davis kicks to Mirotic. And he commits the intentional foul. And so it's Memphis with it. They lead by 1. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 3. 23 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
.23 seconds left in the game. Peyton dishes to Mirotic. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
The game was up for grabs, and Mirotic comes up with a bang, just a sensational score in these types of situations.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And stolen by Mirotic. And here we go. Fast break. Peyton's got it. Oh, missed it. Now a timeout called by Memphis. The score knotted at 104. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Mirotic. Peyton outside. He feeds it to Mirotic. Yes!
And especially for a big man, the spot-up attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, coming out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.